Hi, Mr. X with glossary term arccosine. It's the inverse cosine. It returns the angle whose cosine is a particular number. So let's say that you already know that the cosine of 60 degrees is a half. The inverse cosine, and understand this little superscript has nothing to do with an exponent. It's not like a 1 over x or anything like that. This little superscript here, the -1, says the same as the inverse, or arc. The arc cosine in degrees of a half is 60 degrees. Let's walk through this very quickly. We're in degree mode here. We are in degrees. So we say 60 degrees. We're going to take the cosine of that. The cosine in degrees of 60 degrees is a half. Now, put in a half, take the inverse cosine. And you'll notice here this little calculator is built so that as soon as you hit inverse, cosine turns into arc cosine. This little -1 subscript means the same as the inverse or arc. It's all the same thing. Arc cosine, inverse cosine, cosine to this little superscript, but it's not an exponent. So anyway, we hit inverse cosine, and the arc cosine, or inverse cosine of a half, is equal to 60 degrees. There's one more little wrinkle here. Because there are two values between 0 and 360, two angles for which the cosine is a half, then the arc cosine of a half could also be 300 degrees.